Have you ever felt like there's more to reality than what we see? What if the universe operates on a level far beyond our current understanding? The fifth dimension is often described as a higher state of consciousness. But is it just a spiritual belief? Or does science have something to say about it too? In this video, we're diving deep into both perspectives, uncovering what quantum physics, neuroscience, and ancient wisdom reveal about this mysterious dimension. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how the fifth dimension could be influencing your life right now, whether you realize it or not. If you've been feeling stuck, disconnected, or searching for deeper meaning, this knowledge could be the key to shifting your perspective and unlocking new possibilities. So how do you know if you're already experiencing the fifth dimension? Can science prove what spirituality has been saying for centuries? And most importantly, how can understanding this concept change your reality? Stay with me, because what you're about to learn might completely transform the way you see the world. The concept of the fifth dimension is often discussed in both scientific and spiritual contexts, but its meaning varies depending on the perspective. In physics, dimensions refer to measurable aspects of reality: length, width, height, and time, being the four we commonly experience. Some scientific theories, like string theory, propose the existence of additional dimensions beyond these, suggesting that our universe may be far more complex than what we perceive. On the other hand, in spirituality, the fifth dimension is not a physical place, but rather a state of consciousness. It is described as a shift in awareness, where individuals transcend fear, ego, and material attachments, experiencing a greater sense of unity, love, and higher understanding. Many ancient traditions and modern spiritual teachings refer to this as a level of existence where reality operates on a higher vibrational frequency, allowing for deeper connection and expanded perception. While these interpretations may seem vastly different, they both explore the idea that there is more to reality than what our physical senses can detect. The question then arises, is the fifth dimension merely a theoretical construct, or could it be something we can actually experience? Modern science has long explored the possibility of dimensions beyond our everyday experience. In physics, the concept of a fifth dimension emerges primarily from theories like string theory and M theory, which suggest that our universe is not limited to the four dimensions we commonly perceive. These theories propose that additional dimensions exist, but are hidden from our senses, potentially influencing the fundamental forces of nature. Some scientists even theorize that these extra dimensions could explain mysteries like dark matter and quantum entanglement, phenomena that challenge our understanding of reality. Quantum mechanics in particular presents fascinating insights into the nature of existence. Experiments on quantum entanglement reveal that two particles can remain instantaneously connected across vast distances, defying classical physics. This phenomenon has led some researchers to question whether reality is more interconnected and multidimensional than previously believed. While mainstream science does not directly equate these discoveries with spiritual concepts of the fifth dimension, they do suggest that reality may extend beyond what our senses can directly perceive. Neuroscience also offers intriguing perspectives. Studies on meditation, altered states of consciousness, and near-death experiences reveal that the brain is capable of perceiving reality in profoundly different ways. Advanced brain imaging has shown that deep meditative states can reduce activity in the default mode network, an area of the brain associated with the sense of self, leading to experiences of unity, transcendence, and expanded awareness. Some believe these states reflect a heightened perception of reality, possibly aligning with the idea of accessing a higher dimension of consciousness. Although scientific research does not explicitly confirm the existence of a fifth dimension, as described in spiritual traditions, it does indicate that our understanding of reality is still evolving. The mysteries of quantum physics, the potential existence of extra dimensions, and the brain's ability to experience expanded states of awareness all point to the possibility that reality is far more complex than what we currently understand. Could it be that science is gradually uncovering the very truths that spirituality has long described? Throughout history, various spiritual traditions have spoken of higher planes of existence, realms beyond the physical world that are accessible through expanded consciousness. Many ancient cultures, from Hinduism and Buddhism to mystical branches of Christianity and indigenous traditions, describe a state of being where individuals transcend material limitations and experience profound unity with the universe. This elevated state of awareness is often associated with what modern spiritual teachings call the fifth dimension. In spiritual terms, the fifth dimension is not a physical space, but a vibrational shift in consciousness. It is believed to be a state where fear, separation, and ego-driven thoughts dissolve, allowing for a deeper sense of love, compassion, and interconnectedness. People who claim to have experienced this dimension often describe a heightened sense of intuition, increased synchronicities, and a feeling of being part of something greater than themselves. Unlike the physical dimensions, which are defined by measurable properties, the fifth dimension in spirituality is associated with frequency and perception, an internal shift rather than an external location. Mystical experiences, deep meditation, and near-death experiences often reveal glimpses of this higher awareness. Many who undergo these transformative events report feeling an overwhelming sense of peace, clarity, and oneness, as if they have momentarily stepped beyond the physical world. Some spiritual teachings suggest that as human consciousness collectively evolves, more people will begin to perceive and live in alignment with this higher dimension, gradually transforming the way we experience reality. While skeptics may view these ideas as purely subjective, those who have experienced these states describe them as more real than ordinary life. Whether seen as a metaphysical truth or a shift in human perception, the idea of the fifth dimension challenges us to reconsider the nature of reality itself. Is it possible that awakening to this dimension is not a distant dream, but a natural progression of human consciousness? While science and spirituality often seem to exist in separate realms, there are intriguing areas where they converge, especially when it comes to the nature of reality and human perception. Both perspectives explore the idea that reality extends beyond what we can see, hear, or touch. Science, through quantum mechanics and multidimensional theories, suggests that the universe is far more complex than what our senses reveal. Spirituality, on the other hand, teaches that expanding our consciousness allows us to perceive deeper truths about existence. One key intersection is the role of consciousness in shaping reality. In quantum physics, the observer effect demonstrates that the mere act of observation influences the behavior of particles. This has led some scientists to question whether consciousness itself plays a fundamental role in how reality unfolds. Similarly, many spiritual traditions teach that our perception and awareness directly affect our experience of the world, implying that consciousness is not just a byproduct of the brain, but a force that interacts with reality on a deeper level. Another connection lies in the study of altered states of consciousness. Research in neuroscience has shown that meditation, deep states of awareness, and even psychedelic experiences can alter brain activity in ways that resemble what many describe as a higher state of being. These experiences often involve a loss of ego, a sense of unity with all things, and an expanded perception of time and space, ideas that closely align with spiritual descriptions of higher dimensions. Additionally, both science and spirituality suggest that reality is interconnected. Quantum entanglement reveals that particles can remain linked across vast distances, a concept that echoes the spiritual idea that all things in the universe are connected. This challenges the traditional notion of separateness and supports the idea that everything is part of a greater whole. While science has yet to confirm the existence of a fifth-dimensional state of consciousness, its discoveries increasingly point to the possibility that reality is far more layered than previously believed. As research continues to evolve, the line between scientific discovery and spiritual wisdom becomes increasingly blurred. Could it be that both perspectives are simply different languages describing the same fundamental truth? Recognizing whether you are experiencing the fifth dimension is not about seeing a new physical space, but about perceiving reality in a profoundly different way. Many who claim to have accessed this state describe specific signs that indicate a shift in consciousness, away from fear and limitation, and toward unity and expanded awareness. One of the most common indicators is a deep sense of peace and compassion. In the fifth dimensional state, emotions like fear, anger, and judgment become less dominant, replaced by a natural inclination toward love, understanding, and acceptance. You may notice that you react differently to situations that once triggered you, finding it easier to approach life with calmness and clarity. Another sign is an increased sense of synchronicity, meaningful coincidences that seem too aligned to be random. In this state, events, people, and opportunities begin to appear at exactly the right moment, as if reality is guiding you toward a higher path. Many report feeling as though life is unfolding with greater ease, as if they are in flow with the universe. A shift in perception is also a key indicator. Time may feel more fluid, with past, present, and future seeming interconnected rather than linear. You may experience heightened intuition, receiving insights or guidance without logical explanation. Many describe a deeper connection to nature, feeling a sense of unity with all living beings and recognizing the energetic fabric that connects everything. Additionally, there is often a noticeable release of attachment to material concerns. While physical life still matters, the emphasis shifts toward inner growth, purpose, and meaningful connections rather than status or possessions. This does not mean ignoring responsibilities, but rather approaching life from a perspective of trust and alignment rather than fear and control. If you find yourself experiencing these changes, greater inner peace, heightened intuition, deeper connections, and a stronger sense of purpose, you may already be stepping into the fifth dimension. The question then becomes, how can you nurture this awareness and fully integrate it into your daily life? Understanding and integrating the concept of the fifth dimension can profoundly transform the way you experience reality. When you shift into this higher state of consciousness, your perception of life changes, fear diminishes, relationships deepen, and a sense of purpose becomes clearer. Instead of feeling trapped by external circumstances, you begin to realize that your inner state shapes your outer world. One of the most powerful shifts is in emotional well-being. As you align with the frequency of the fifth dimension, negative emotions like stress, anxiety, and frustration lose their grip. You start to respond to challenges with a sense of peace and trust rather than resistance. This change doesn't mean ignoring difficulties, but rather approaching them with a perspective that allows for growth and resolution rather than suffering. Your relationships also evolve. As you move beyond ego-based interactions, you naturally attract and nurture connections based on mutual understanding, authenticity, and love. The need for validation or control fades, replaced by genuine appreciation for others as they are. Conflict becomes less about proving a point and more about finding harmony. Additionally, your reality begins to reflect this expanded consciousness. When you release limiting beliefs and fear-based thinking, new opportunities emerge. Whether in career, personal growth, or spiritual development, you start to notice synchronicities guiding you toward experiences that align with your higher self. What once seemed like coincidence now feels like an intentional unfolding of life in your favor. Perhaps the most significant transformation is in your sense of self. Instead of identifying solely with your physical body and personal history, you begin to see yourself as part of a greater whole. You recognize that your thoughts, emotions, and actions ripple out into the world, shaping not just your life but the collective reality. This awareness empowers you to live with intention, compassion, and alignment with your highest potential. Ultimately, embracing this perspective doesn't mean escaping reality. It means engaging with it in a way that brings greater clarity, fulfillment, and harmony. The more you embody this state of consciousness, the more you create a reality that reflects the peace, love, and expansion of the fifth dimension. The concept of the fifth dimension invites us to expand our perception of reality beyond the physical and the tangible. Whether seen through the lens of science or spirituality, it challenges us to question the limits of what we know and embrace the possibility that existence is far more profound than it appears. For some, the fifth dimension represents a mathematical framework yet to be fully understood. For others, it is a state of higher consciousness, one of unity, love, and expanded awareness. Regardless of interpretation, one truth remains. The way we perceive reality shapes our experience of it. When we shift our awareness beyond fear, separation, and limitation, we begin to see life through a different lens, one that is guided by synchronicity, purpose, and deep connection. So what does this mean for you? Are these ideas just abstract theories, or do they resonate with something deeper within you? Have you ever had moments where time felt different, where intuition guided you effortlessly, or where you sensed an unexplainable connection to something greater? The journey to higher consciousness is not about escaping reality. It is about seeing it more clearly. As more people awaken to this awareness, the collective experience of our world begins to shift. Could it be that we are on the verge of a transformation in human consciousness? And if so, are you ready to take the next step? If you're fascinated by the idea of the fifth dimension and want to explore even deeper, I have the perfect next step for you. In the video, what really happens when you enter the fifth dimension? We go beyond theory and dive into what this shift actually feels like, what changes in your perception, and how it can transform your daily life. If today's discussion resonated with you, you won't want to miss it. And now, I want to hear from you. Which part of this exploration spoke to you the most? Have you ever experienced moments that felt like glimpses into a higher state of awareness? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to know your perspective. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like it. It really helps bring this content to more people who are on the same journey. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, so you don't miss out on future insights about consciousness, reality, and the mysteries of existence. Now go check out what really happens when you enter the fifth dimension. And I'll see you there.